And well, UK's COVID inquiry is on track to become the most expensive, burning over $380,000 of taxpayers' money each day. This was revealed in an analysis of the Baroness Hallett's investigation of the pandemic, which has been ongoing for about 2 years now. The Taxpayers Alliance Pressure Group used publicly available data to calculate the costs, and here is the breakdown. The investigation costed over $88 million in the last financial year, during which hearings also took place, and while the findings are not expected to be tabled until 2026, the investigation as a whole has costed over $119 million. The estimated total cost is expected to reach $253 million. Now, to draw a comparison, these costs will supersede the $247 million that the country spent in its costliest investigation till now, which was of the murder of 13 people in Bloody Sunday in 1972. The case went on for about 12 years. However, this is not where the figures stop. A separate report reveals that the Whitehall had to shed an additional amount of $126,000 each day in the past year. The cost addition over legal advice and the payment of staffers or even record handlers is part of the added expenditure. But public sector organizations are expected to bear extra costs just for providing evidence to Hallett. Experts have warned against the functionality of the investigation and the lessons that the UK can learn from the findings. They have expressed concern over the structure of the investigation, calling it quote-unquote overly expensive model. However, a COVID inquiry spokesperson said that the investigation was bound to be expensive. He added that it touches upon all government departments involved in the pandemic work, that too across all 4 countries in the UK. They further said their ground by saying that all financial records related to the investigation were made publicly available and were transparent. Meanwhile, the executive of the Taxpayers Alliance, John O'Connell, has said that by the end of the investigation, the country will be left with nothing more than eye-watering bills. He added that the inquiry should be short, decisive, crisp, and not an expensive political drama. Separately, the findings are expected to be published starting early next year for the government to start working on these findings. And earlier, we were joined by our correspondent John Bever from Bristol for the very latest.
Yeah, it is incredibly expensive, isn't it? When we look at it, this eye-watering figure that we're hearing in the UK press today, £300,000 a day. That's 380,000 US dollars a day, as you say. A lot of that money going on things like legal fees. There was a lot of money spent on setting up the inquiry as well, so that has brought the averages up. And one of the reasons it's also so expensive is this inquiry has been going around the country. It's been on tour, hearing from different people in different parts of the UK. So the inquiry itself has already been in London, where it started, and then it's also been in Edinburgh in Scotland and in Cardiff in Wales, and now it's in Belfast in Northern Ireland. So that's adding to the cost as well.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.